Hello. Um, I want to uh, tell a little story about the difference between sympatico and empatico. What's the difference between the two? Hmm? And I hope people are listening. Yeah. And I hope people will sub me so that I can go live and then you can see my life thanks to Gaby Cross and her pack of lies. Yeah, because she's got a big group around her protecting her for nothing. And they've got these thousands of tactics and guns and all sorts of things. I can prove what I'm saying. Yeah? I don't tell stories. I don't do that. And then they tell the people in the pueblos also a pack of lies, and they go along with it. And there's people amongst those people in pueblos and cities that talk about it where their kids are there, and then the kids do it. That's just the same as Camping Hills Heide in Holland. Yeah, that's how it started. 'Cause I'm dealing with the third and the fourth generation now, you see. I'm still here, but yeah. So what's the difference between sympatico and empatico? Yeah. Everyone can be sympatico. Everyone. Yeah. A narcissist can be sympatico, and a sociopath can be sympatico, and a psychopath can be sympatico, and a wrong diagnosed autist that's not an autist can be sympatico. Everybody can be sympatico. Yeah. And then, to that person, they're very simpatico, but in the meantime, they are suddenly not simpatico to someone else. Yeah, the two faces, two. So now an empatico is not like that. Absolutely not. They're not really simpatico, also. They're not simpatico. Empaths are not very simpatico. I know that. Most empaths are not loved, not liked, not cheered, not praised. And look at Jesus Christ. Yeah, gives you same story. Yeah. So, they put him on the cross, and then, when it's all done, 10 minutes later, they're having a nice old beer, yeah, and in this time, they have a nice old snort, and, things are hunky-dory amongst each other. And in the meantime, Jesus is hanging on the cross. Yeah? So most empatico people are not nice. They're not simpatico. They're always the same. Yeah, they do try their best, and especially in their younger years, they really try so hard, yeah, to be simpatico and have to, go around people's personalities, yeah, meanwhile not being able to be themselves, yeah. But later in life, they find out that they don't fit anywhere. They're just empatico. Yeah, so they see things, they see things that other people don't see. Yeah. And most empatico people are suffering. Yeah. So, when you're on a birthday the simpatico person, they get all the people going. Yeah, and the empatico person is more like sussing the group out and looking and watching who who brings the most risk in the party, in the harmony. Yeah. So, empatico people see if people suffer, if animals suffer, even a fly, or, But a simpatico people, they can be so simpatico. Oh, yeah. Oh. And the empatico people, all throughout their life, they hear and see different when they're young. Yeah. So when they hear simpatico, they live up because they believe it. But when they're older, yeah, they see with their ears and they feel with their eyes. Yeah. And their mouth is most of the time too confronting. And then suddenly the simpatico people are not simpatico anymore, depending on their diagnose, because everyone's got a diagnose, everyone's something. We're not here for our sweaty feet. We're here to learn. Yeah. So the difference between simpatico and empatico is, that simpatico is just a front, like a helmet. When you're going to drive a motor, you put on your helmet. Well, that's simpatico. Simpatico you can just put on like a front and go, yeah. But an empatico, you can't kick that. It's fixed inside. It's a personality trait. Yeah. Simpatico is not. And anyone can be simpatico. I can be simpatico. Like a Stockholm syndrome person could be very simpatico just to, out of sheer fear. Yeah. There's a difference. So that's a big difference. Simpatico and empatico. So it's such a big difference between the two. Then all you've got to do is look and shut up. And then God will give you all the answers within the silence of your heart. Who is who? Yeah. And then, if people try to tell you something, you got to think before you act. Because he's listening. He's watching. How easy are you to turn? And there's so many corrupt people that are very simpatico, but selective. Yeah. And it's got nothing to do with empatico. Anyone can be simpatico. And that's what I would like to, I wanted to explain that. I was doing the washing with my hand because, I live in a car. Thanks to Gaby Cross this time. She was planning this with, I don't know, at that time, about 50 others, we're going to pull her out of the house and we're going to bury her alive. I'm still here, no earth on me. Or, we've taken away everything she got, her house, her cars, her animals, everything, and we're going to do it again. Yeah? And then when her therapist comes, Yeah, she's oh, and then her therapist tells her, yeah, that's hard to swallow. Yes, yeah. And she's very simpatico to the people in the pueblos. You know, I'm now in ooh, Alejos. Beautiful here, beautiful, beautiful. And she is, um, you know, with her filthy gang, telling people a pack full of lies. Yeah, and you do build Fibonacci momentum with that, all of you. Yeah, and then when it gets dark, they start. Yeah, they stand a little bit away from the Pueblo people because they don't tell the Pueblo people the truth. What's really going on? They don't tell the judge what's really going on. And the police, they don't care. They hate me. Yeah. The Dutch police, they hate me. And I hate them. I don't respect them anymore because, they're corrupt. They are breaking the law, making a street hooker out of Lady Justice and placing those beautiful law books, which are really beautiful, under her muddy feet. And the judge just lets them. And then they stand away at night and they go like this. They go, I'm going to get her. She needs some fucking bashes. And because my car is rigged out, with spy hardware, and for the extra psychological terroristic bite, yeah, sarcastic, metaphoric, explained, they put speakers in my car, yeah. And so as soon as it's silent, yeah, they threaten me and I can hear them in my car. They've hacked my phone and they could just see me now, not through the camera. I don't know how it works. I'm a digi-retardist, so I don't know. And I say something back and my mouth is more omnipotent than their mouth. I'm just very creative and much more intelligent than them. So, I say something back. In that case, I would say I'm the sister of Hans Taver. um, and then they get wild, because I don't have to scream. I don't have to swear, actually. And then they get wild, and it's all men, yeah. And they're bitches. They don't calm them. My belief is if you have a male partner as a female, your partner don't always have to know the truth. If he doesn't benefit from the truth, you might as well not bother, as long as you are not adulterous. You know where I'm going? Oh, these bitches from these, weak excuses of men, uh, hatting their partner up. Yeah. And then as soon as the male partner can't take it anymore, partially because of my omnipotent backchat, which is not allowed, they want me to stay quiet in my own car while they are doing this night after night after night. Sometimes they keep me awake 3 to 5 days. Don't forget, I can prove what I'm saying, yeah? And then they get so wild because partially wild because of I'm saying backchat, which is much stronger than theirs, but also because their bitches are hatching them up. And then they want to, actually come to my car, which I would want. I would want that, more proof for me, yeah? And then you hear these bitches, no, stand here you, here. Yeah? That's what's happening in this pueblo. Yeah. So, because when I came here, I 17 kilometers before I arrived, because they're always here before me because they rent the most expensive cars because the upper lip says we're going to organize everything. Dutch taxpayer is paying that. Oh. And then they're already here, and I drove past and, see him sitting in the pub. One nearly falls off his chair, yeah? 17 kilometres before I arrive, I heard through the speakers lots of ranting and raving, and I thought, ooh, I think that, they're angry because the place where I'm going is not suitable to terrorize me, keep me awake for days, or unalive me. I don't know, and I don't care. Yeah, if you watch all my videos, you would know why I don't care. Um, I mean, unaliving someone is 5 minutes of fear, and I've had fear for so long, so long. It's unbelievable. So Um, yeah, so I guess they were ranting and raving for that reason. And then when I came here, it was full of campers. So, Um, I would like to invite Gaby to. I don't think her surname is Cross. I think she's carrying the surname of her weak excuse of her father with empty balls. Her mother's called Cross, yeah. But I would like to invite you, Gaby, to go to Eusgado, yeah, to the courthouse and tell the truth. Yeah? I bet you don't dare telling the truth. I bet you don't dare. You're too scared for the consequences, and I'm not. I'm threatening the shit out of you back. Yeah. I'm surprised that I'm still not taken out of my car. Like arrested for threatening someone to death, because this upper lip's been doing that for 28 years now. So, you fucking loser. Call yourself a copper. I call yourself, indeed, a piece of filthy copper. Yeah? I love police, I love priory, I love Lady Justice and judges and the law books I'm completely in love with, because they are an extension from God's law. Yeah, it is. They're extensions from God's law. When in Rome, do as the Romans, yeah? But I hate corruption. I fucking hate it. Yeah. So, you could be corrupt as polyester. Yeah, you could be a psychopath, a narcissist, a sociopath, a borderliner, but you can also be simpatico, yeah, and just have the time of your life because you are enjoying the power and the influence, yeah, but it's nothing to do with good. Simpatico is not good. It's just a helmet, a front, a suit. That's at that time convenient. But you can also be an empathic person, yeah, and suffer. So I would like people to listen to this video and teach yourself and watch people when they try to, like when you meet a new partner, yeah, especially a female that meets a new male possible potential partner, and then that partner goes and does all pathetic and about the previous partner. Yeah, ditch it. That's a red flag. Because it takes two to tango. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with anything real, simpatico. Yeah. Just because I fed the cats yesterday and gave them water doesn't mean I'm simpatico. I'm just empathic. and I see all sufferers and everything. I see it. Yeah, I'm doing the washing there, and I see these wasps around me. The only thing I hate is flies. I can't take them. Meridian tapping again. I can't take them. But I see these wasps flying around me. I know they're not bothering me. They're just thirsty as fuck. So I open the tap for them, and then they sit down and drink. Yeah, that's the difference between sympatico and empatico. If you are with me, you are more safe than with anyone else. Yeah. 'Cause I will not lead you to hell. That's all.